Good morning from Dubai. I am here in Futurist event that is advocating about the future. Welcome, Professor Henrik,
Yeah,
to the Futurist event.
thank you very much.
And then, where are you from? Give me your brief introduction, please.
Well, my name is Henrik from Scheel. I'm originally from Denmark. I'm living in Switzerland, and I'm owning a company called Strategic Intelligence. We've been providing the trends for the World Economic Forum, BlackRock, PAF, for the world the last 10 years. People know me best as the originator of the fourth industrial revolution and digitalization. So people see me as the futurist of the century because the two big themes today are ignited, right?
Okay.
But at the core, I'm a professor in economy and I'm a professor in strategy, right?
Economy and strategy.
Economy and strategy.
Good combination.
Yes.
And thank you for your brief introduction. And you are already tell us that who you are, and then how economy and strategy works in this geopolitics world.
So one of the reasons why I'm here is because this is the leading futurist summit. It's filled up. The room is filled up. I'm rated the number one futurist in the world, and we will discuss about the future and how the future is. Later on tomorrow, we are setting up the World Economic Forum Regulatory Intelligence Committee. That's important. We have a chairwoman called Dr. Abiya Atak, which is a chairwoman on how we regulate the world today. The challenge today is often also for economy. Economy works in an interesting way. You have citizens, you have governments, you have the business world, and then you have the banking world. And the banking world and the government and the citizens and the business world, they work together. So in between the link is the regulations. So how technology and business applies technologies and banking release money and governments receive money is for the citizens, how they protect the citizens, all based on regulations. So this committee is quite important because I believe I'm setting up many committees for the World Economic Forum. It's the first time I'm engaging myself because I believe the biggest impact we have on society the next 10 years is how we can help governments to adopt the change of technology and implement it the right way.
So you are here in Dubai to set a one strategy, right?
Yes, so down there I will talk about what is the economic state of the world, right? So the big change that is happening here today is that we're in an economic revolution. So from the fourth industrial revolution perspective, there are 77 megatrends that are emerging, and within the 77 megatrends, there are 8 evolutionary stages, and we are in the fourth of them, which is an economic revolution. The economic revolution is the biggest change we have in human mankind ever, but it's a silent one. That means that the power is shifting from the US to the east. So the economic power shifts to the east. So that's the Silk Road, 75% of manufacturing and supply chain.
Okay.
That's a digital road, a physical road, a maritime road, but it's an economic road too. And that powerhouse shifts, and UAE is in one piece of this powerhouse.
Thank you for this. As a leading authority, what is the economic future look like? As a leading authority, what is the economic future look like?
The economic future is in 3 pillars, right? So you see, one element is that we will be in war, in geopolitical disruption, in war period for the next 10 years.
Okay.
That means that supply chains will be disrupted, economy will be disrupted, and our economy is weak because 95% of our economy is based on security, not real money, paper on paper. The real economy is happening in trade, of shipment of goods. So that's one thing. And the other element in our economy is that you are in the middle class, and the middle class is breaking. What does that mean? That means inflation rate, taxation rate, and all of this is too high. If you look at your economy, your power of buying goods have been decreased by 10%. Most of the people that hear my voice, that means the way of cost goes up. So you need to see that the link between the real economy for people and the security economy is breaking. So if you have 10 million today, you can easily make 30 million because you go into the security market. If you have below 10 million, you cannot go into the security market. It means you can merely make ends, right? So for around 99% of people, the economy doesn't work for them.
Okay.
and that's a that's a tragedy, and we need to change this. But it's being changed automatically, right? So we have one of the biggest risks we have is that we need to refocus on people and the real economy.
Do you think that's the world power is on that top level as the US and countries are there? So it is possible to change that strategy to
So the world
help
power is moving towards the east. So the east is from China all the way up to GCC. So Saudi, UAE, all of them. So it's the powerhouse of this that manages the Silk Road, right? So it's the first time UAE, Saudi, and Amman and Qatar, all of them, they're preparing themselves, and they need to go away from just buying, and now they need to innovate to create something new. The buy revolution is coming, right? The economy in terms of how to do payment system, how to do Muslim, how do you do a smart investment for Muslims? How do you do trading on Muslim way, Islamic way, right? So you need to rethink many of these core pillars.
You are telling like this, okay, what would be the role of UAE to build this ecosystem?
So the role for UAE is because UAE has a way to see a vision and implement it, right? But UAE has many years invested. They don't have that much money, but Saudi has. But UAE is always leading the way. So leading the way in terms of the buy revolution, leading the way for the consumer revolution, leading the way for the future revolution. And so linking the real economy with the security economy. So UAE will lead the way, for example, in inventory financing, in financial re-engineering, right? So in many aspects, UAE will take the lead with Saudi together. I believe, my firm belief is that the leadership of UAE is very visionary.
Can you elaborate me about your firm and how it works and what its major goals? Tell me something about your company, what it works and how it works.
So my company is called Strategic Intelligence. We are focusing on patternicity, repeatable patterns, and we work with all universities around the world, and we are gathering this together. For example, if you ask me, Henrik, can you give me the trend radar for payment systems? Then I have the latest one. We normally give it to the World Economic Forum. These 40 trends become 5 trends with a big report from McKinsey and Deloitte. But we give it unblocked with no view, an honest view on how the world is changing, right? We've been doing that since 2010, and we haven't changed anything until now, right? So I wanted to add something to it, because we always talk about technology and all big changes, everything is changing. The core of change is always the human being. Human beings adapt, we interact, we sell to human beings, all of this. And it's the first time in history that human beings don't see themselves as being part of the future, because we talk as an AI and technology as a replacement for human. And whatever we do in society is always the center of what we do is human. The human is the centerpiece.
So how the human will get benefited from your strategy in 2020, 30 or 2020, 35?
How they benefit from the strategy? Well, most companies and nations have been doing strategies for 44 nations, right? Also for UAE. And most companies come to me and they don't talk about the future, like future. They say, how can we thrive in uncertainty? Because for them, everything changes. Everything's moving all the time. And it gets more and more challenging, right? The truth of it is a little bit, people always tell change, and it's exponential. It's not exponential, it's compounding. But we have to have in mind, we need to rehumanize our perspective. We need to bring the human in there. We need to bring you and your family in this piece, right? It's your family's future. It's your children's future. How to create a better future that you want to be in. It's the first time in history where the current young generation doesn't see a better future for themselves. And you and me as parents, we should be alarmed. It's not the right way. Every children should have a better future or design a better future, right? So we need to rethink the way we approach it. So I think, in closing, I think we have a good future ahead of us. The future is centered, you and I, and everybody who listens to my voice. Nobody has lived in a better future. We live like kings, we have more money, we have more free time, we have more potential, we have more of everything. but still people don't feel that they have more of everything. They feel exhausted, they feel stressed, they don't see themselves in the future. And this is the piece we need to change.
Yeah, I feel you, Professor Henrik, and thank you for your wonderful words and then wonderful vision. All the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.